Hi guys, my name is Boone Wilford. We've put together a YouTube channel we're calling Flying Low and Slow. Kind of the purpose of that is to share some of our adventures as we fly around the Ozarks. We're located here in southwest Missouri, so we fly around southwest Missouri, northern Arkansas, through the Ozark Mountains and areas around there. Lots of fun places to fly, some places to fly in to eat, some backcountry flying into some of these trips. We got a whole bunch of trips planned for this season. Unfortunately, today we're weathered in. This is like the second day of spring. We got weather coming in, so we're grounded. So I thought it'd be a good time to address one of the problems that's been bugging us for a while. This is a 1946 Aeronca Champ. It's a 7AC model. Came with no electrical system. So we do the hand prop start, the whole bit. But we also run with a handheld radio. I've flown with a number of guys, looked at a lot of different planes and how people address that issue of where do you put the handheld radio. Some people put it up high, some up on the panel, some on the floor. And this plane, it came with the radio set up on the floor along with a portable intercom. So what we do is we end up looking down to make frequency changes, to adjust the squelch or whatever. And to me, it's kind of a safety issue. It takes my attention away from flying and messing with the radio. Additionally, with your head down, if you're in a little bit of turbulence, you're really asking for a case of spatial disorientation, which is not a good thing. So, kind of a big fan of the RAM mount system. They're not one of our sponsors or advertisers. They just make a great product. We've used them for mounting GPS or radio or whatever in our vehicles or motorcycle or boat, motorhome, pretty much anywhere. Flew with it for many years in our Cherokee with a yoke-mounted GPS. So I've got a bunch of parts laying around. I'm going to put those together and we'll see if we can come up with a system that will keep it where we can see it and keep our head out of the cockpit as much as possible. So stay tuned. We'll be back in just a minute and show you what we've done. Thanks. All right, guys. So this is the interior of the Champ, and I'm going to try to get some light in here so you can see it, but it's a little hard to see. We're going to come over here and I'll show you where the radio and the intercom are set up on the floor. And I've tried to shoot this a couple of different times, but it's been really kind of difficult to get the lighting right. But as you can see, we really have to reach down, turn the thing on, make any adjustments we need to make while it's down there on the floor. And in the meantime, we've got kind of a rat's nest of cabling here, which, we do our best to keep it, zip tied together and out of the flight controls, but it's an issue. So this is what we're going to be pulling out and kind of move this forward, and you can see that the previous owner installed a metal little bracket here. I don't know if you can see that very well, and that's what's holding everything down. And then the intercom itself is actually Velcroed down. So not a big fan of Velcro. It does the job, but not very securely. So that's what we're going to be working on today. All right, guys, we're back again. I've got a collection of parts and pieces. Some of these I've had for years and years and used on other things. So I've ordered a couple pieces, waiting for one part to come in that I've ordered. Some of these I got used on eBay, some of it I bought new. Again, all RAM mount stuff. I like the company because they're a U.S. company. This stuff is made in the U.S. and I'm going to always spend more money if I can buy U.S. if possible. Not always the case, but when I can, I will. So what I've got is I want to elevate my radio and intercom about 12 inches. And if I do that, then it brings it up right at hand level, just at the surface of the seat. I've got good access to it visually and physically. So I'm going to start with a floor mount. This is a 1-inch ball. That'll actually go into the floor in the place where that little stainless steel clip was screwed in there. On top of that, I've got two of the long arms. These are both for the 1-inch ball. I've got a little extension piece here that gives us another 1.5 inches or so and lets it articulate in more dimensions. And then I've got a flat plate here. This is actually from a marine or boating application. and we'll be able to mount our intercom on it in one axis and then the radio on the other. The part that I'm waiting for actually allows the radio belt clip to clip into it and then attach to the backing plate here. So we don't have that just yet, but I'm going to show you how these other two pieces go together, which is really very simple. Again, everything they do is kind of idiot proof. Shows you I can do it. Not too hard. If you've never used Ram Mount, get on their website or any of the other sites and you'll see how they put stuff together. It's pretty modular. The 1-inch size is plenty strong enough for what we're doing. You can see I've got them both together now. They make larger ones, heavier ones, but for this application, the 1-inch is plenty. We'll put our final piece up here on top, and then you can rotate it around any way you want to. So right now it'll articulate in this axis. If I rotate 90 degrees, then I've got even more choices of what to do, and of course the ball itself articulates. This radio, again, once I get that extra piece on here, and it comes with a ball mount, but it'll be mounted in this fashion so that I'll have everything together in one place. I can make my adjustments of my squelch and volume on the intercom, and then I can likewise do any controls I need to do for the radio. I've already tried this in the plane. It's a perfect height. I can reach it very easily. So that's what we're going to go with. When I get the next piece in, I'll finish up this little clip and show you how it works. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. Since the last part of the clip, we've been to Sun and Fun. Definitely was some sun, definitely fun. If you haven't been, recommend it. We enjoyed it a lot. Once we got back from our trip, the part that I was waiting for was here, ready to go. This is the Ram. It's kind of a generic cradle for devices with belt clips, such as my little radio here. There's no specific, at this point, no specific Ram mount for this Yazoo radio, but this one seems to work. So it clips in, holds it side to side pretty well. A little bit of vertical movement I don't really care for. I went ahead and put the diamond mount 1-inch ball on the back already, and so I looked at several different ways. I'm still going to use this backing plate here. I put some Velcro on it for the intercom, and I've got a 1-inch ball that I'm going to mate this up to with a short arm. And the point there is to kind of elevate the radio up above the intercom just to give me a little bit more working space. So again, with the short extension arm, goes right on there. We'll just snug it down a little bit. And so that's kind of how that's going to look. I know this is dark and probably hard to see, but the intercom, I've got Velcro on the back. We're just going to put it on this spot right here. And so that's going to give me, on my left side, access to the radio and the intercom without interfering with the two of them. I looked at both long and the medium arms. I've got these just laying around. So I ended up going with, in a test fitting, with a medium arm, the little extension ball right here. Kind of snug that down just a bit. And then going right into a long arm, like that. Set it down. And then from there, it's going to go to the base plate. That's a 2-inch base plate with 1-inch ball, which will go on the floor. Kind of snug those down just a little bit. And that gives me about the height that I'm looking for from the floor up to a good easy reach. And again, you can manipulate these any way you want to get the angle that's just right. So that's kind of about what I'm going to do right there. So I've got the radio I can see, the intercom I can get to, and again, this will be on the floor on my left side, so I have good access to it. I tried it briefly with 2 of the long extensions, and it's a little too tall because I want to keep it out of the way of all my flight controls. So give me just a minute, we'll put this together and see how it works out. Thanks. Okay, so we've got our radio and our intercom mounted. We've got all the loose cables are tidied up as much as we could. I'm going to come around here, maybe you can see where we've got it mounted to the floor at this point. It's actually pretty stable. everything's easy to reach. We can read the display on the radio with no trouble at all. So really the only thing left to do is to go fly. So stay tuned for just a minute, and we'll get back when we get ready to go take this up and do a test flight. All right, we're getting ready to make our turn. We'll be departing the area here, and we'll watch how the radio mount does for us this time. And Gimlin Traffic Champ 293, departing 36 Gimlin. Alright, so I'm watching my radio down here. It's very steady. Got good access to it. This looks like a winner. So we're going to plan on keeping that just the way it is. Okay, well that went extremely well. Very pleased with the installation. For the first time I can actually see the radio frequency and make my changes. I can get to stuff really well. Doesn't interfere at all with my flight controls, so very happy with it. Hopefully you can use something like that, or it may give you an idea to do something that works for you as well. I will say this, I'm not A&P or IA, so visit with those guys before you make any modifications to your certificated aircraft. Obviously this isn't going to change the weight and balance significantly. It's not a major modification requiring a 337, but you might talk to your mechanic and see what kind of logbook entry is required. Other than that, this video kind of starts us off, but we really are planning to do several trips this season now that the weather's broken. We're going to be going down to Gaston's on the White River. We'll be doing some backcountry flying. going down to northwest Arkansas as well. Several places around here. We're going to be touring Branson from the air and stopping in at some of the air parks and airstrips on Table Rock and Bull Shoals Lakes. So if you'd like to follow along with us as we're flying low and slow in the Ozarks, subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like what we've done so far. And until next time, we wish you fair skies and tailwinds. Be safe. Thanks for watching.